In the early afternoon, I came out of the room and I went and stood. Siddhiman and Jivantima had come up to the back of the temple, and they were sitting on the stair, nearby the stairs, where after people took their food, they would come down the stairs on their way out of the temple, right? And it was up above the scene in the temple. And I was standing kind of on their side, to the side of them, looking out over the scene. And there were people coming in one way and then leaving another way in this huge motion, you know. And I thought, this is just like in the Bhagavad Gita, where Krishna shows Arjuna the universal form. And he sees all beings entering into Krishna and then coming out of Krishna. And at the same time, there's no movement, nothing's happening. And I'm thinking, it's really weird. I was looking at all the people and I think, all these people thought, hey, let's go to the Bandara. What do you say? We'll take that bus, then we can get the train, then we'll take that bus to Kenchi, we'll eat, and then we can catch this bus and come back home. And I saw that all these people were thinking, we'll do this, I'm doing this. But actually, Maharaj-ji was doing everything. Yeah. Without doing anything. It was all happening inside of him. And he was doing it all. But people thought they were doing it themselves. It was just kind of an idea, kind of a little flash in the brain. It was more intellectual at that point. But as I stood there, and I stood there for a couple of 3 hours, there's people going by, I started to feel very peaceful and calm, which was a very unusual state for me. So I noticed it, And very calm. And I became aware of this silence, this vast presence, in which everything was held. And even though there was movement and people coming and going, and my own mind working and moving, there was only stillness and silence. And it felt really good. Really good. And I was walking around and I went and sang some more, and I noticed that even all the chanting that I had been doing didn't have anything to do with this. I saw nothing I could do was creating this, had created this space that I was now feeling, and that was continually getting deeper and deeper. And then I'm a little confused about the timing. But at one point, I realized that I had been in Kenchi now almost 5 weeks, and I hadn't spent any time at all by the Devi temple where Maharaj-ji had made me the pujari all those years before. So I went over there to sit down, but it was very noisy, so I went around the back of the temple, and I just leaned up against the back of the wall of the temple like that. And I sat down and leaned back, and I just closed my eyes, and the next thing I know, I had realized I had just been gone for a really long time. I was really, my feet hurt and my hands hurt, and I didn't know. I realized something had happened, but when I opened my eyes, it's as if that state had been sealed. And I walked out from behind the temple, and people saw me, and everybody knew I was leaving that day, or the next day, I don't really remember. And so people were coming to say goodbye to me, and they would come, and I would turn towards them, and I would see this, all I would feel is this love rushing towards me, right? And for the first time in my life, I just went like this. Right, hi. Yeah, come. Yeah, great. And I was out of my own way for the first and only time in my life. Completely And everywhere I turned, love was just rushing towards me. And I was just going, hey, hi, yeah, sure, okay, yeah, great. But you see, at the same time, nothing was happening. There was nobody doing all this.